Now, would you stop doing this already, Caroline? We are not your free daycare over here. My wife has been having to work all day long taking care of that kid, and she has no time to do anything besides that.
What?
All the time you're having my Jolene take him. I get that it's hard to be a parent at times, but come on. You can't just keep handing us your boy every time you don't have the time or patience for him. And that appears to be every freaking day now. Even the weekends. Do you not have even the slightest bit of common sense as a parent? If only Mum and Dad were still around, and then I could have them chew you out for this.
Oh, wait a second, Gavin. What are you going on about right now? I never left my kid with Jolene before in my life.
What? Oh, you have no right to be lying with that innocent attitude. You feel that you can just keep lying to me about this and have your kids stay over at our place all the time. Are you trying to tell me you don't care how much trouble you're causing your little brother and his wife now? We just got married, all right?
What?
We've only been married for 6 months over here. We were looking forward to married life and everything, but now we have to keep taking care of this little baby or toddler or whatever you call it for you. Jolene has been having a lot of trouble with it as well, so she's not able to get anything else done in the house now. Because of you, Caroline, my entire house has turned into a dump because we don't have the time to clean anything up. There are trash bags everywhere filled with nothing but diapers and soiled clothing lying around.
What? That's how bad things have become over there?
And you know whose fault all this is. Having this baby over at our house all the time takes away from our ability to clean anything. And it's the same thing for cooking, so the only thing I've been able to eat the past couple of months has been frozen TV dinners. If we don't get a break to take all this trash out, it's only going to get worse here and soon we'll be an actual dump. I did not get married to Jolene in order to have her be the one to take care of your kid.
Hey, Gavin. Can you please have a word with Jolene again about this? We have not been having her take care of our kid, all right? I understand that we weren't able to find a kindergarten this year, but we have made sure that there's daycare and all that while we're at work. Things have been like this since spring, all right? I promise you that whoever your wife is taking care of right now is not our child.
And I told you to cut the lying already. Are you done yet? If you bring that kid over here again and have my wife take them, then I'm not going to be as forgiving. Just because she's your sister-in-law doesn't mean you get to treat her like this.
Jolene, it's been a while since we last talked. I have something I'd like to ask you right now, actually. I just got a random text from Gavin saying not to have you take my child anymore there, but, what's this all about? What? Gavin went ahead and already started texting you? I was telling him not to drag you into this so many times. Can you please explain to me what's going on here? My husband and I have not once given you our child to take care of before, right? So whose child have you been taking care of so much lately? What? I'm sorry for causing you any trouble. Actually, ever since this spring, I've been taking care of my friend's kid. So ever since spring, you've had to take care of their kid every day? Yes. They weren't able to get their kid into a place to go for kindergarten, so they've had trouble handling things in their home with the kid. So as a way of supporting her and her husband, I've been taking care of their kid every day. That's very kind of you, but because of that, you've started to cause a lot of problems for your own marriage and household, right? From what Gavin has told me, the inside of the house is full of garbage now, and neither of you have been able to cook any. He told me there's just no time for you to manage the chores. That's just because I'm not quite used to taking care of a kid yet. But once I've gotten used to things, then I'm sure I can start to take care of things in the house as well. But from what Gavin told me, he has no clue why any of this is going on besides blaming it all on me. Why haven't you explained the situation to him yet so that he has a better understanding of it? Right now, he's been telling me that you've told him the kid is mine and that I've been the one leaving my kid there for you to take care of. And that's because there's just a lot of things to go with the story. Can you please just let me use you for a bit right now? What? If I have Gavin believing that it's your kid that I'm taking on all the time, then he won't be as upset with me over any of it. So in order to kind of hide the real situation from him, I'm using your name. Please don't get all upset with me over something as small as that. Excuse me, Jolene? Did I ever say I was upset with you? First of all, why do you have to hide the truth from Gavin? I don't understand why you can't just tell him you're helping a friend right now. If you keep labeling that kid as mine all the time, it's only going to make my brothers and my relationship worse. Just today was going off on me about that kid you're taking care of for your friend. And what do you want me to do about that? You don't have to understand why I'm hiding all of this from him anyway. Now I need to go. I have the kid over here again, so I'm busy. Wait, Jolene, so far we've gotten nowhere. We don't have to get anywhere, so just be quiet. And from now on, don't say anything useless to Gavin about any of this. You keep the fact that this is my friend's kid a secret from him.
You've really done it now by bringing your dang kid over here again. Did I not just yell at you about all of this yesterday? Honestly, I respect the nerve you have for doing something like this again.
Huh?
But I never thought my own sister was the kind of woman who never cared about the trouble she causes others. You used to always be so nice to me and would never ever do anything to cause me any trouble, yet now. Or could this be a new way of picking on my wife? Do you really not like my wife that much that you'd force her to yet again take care of your crying kid?
I'm not picking on your wife, though. I've no reason to. I haven't even really had a chance to get to know her yet, so in all honesty, I can't judge her at all yet. And just like the other times, I have not taken my child over to your house today. Before you start blaming me again for that, why don't you have a word with your wife about it and really dig into her story a little? Ask her whose kid that really is, so go ahead and talk with her about all of this right now, please.
Huh? Whose kid that really is? That's your kid. Stop talking nonsense right now and hurry on over here and take it back. I was able to get the afternoon off work today and I was planning to take Jolene out on a date. But when I got home, that brat was bawling its eyes out.
And I have no idea what that's all about, right?
You can't just say that about your own kid. You've been leaving your kid over at my house every day for so many months now, alright? Was it that hard for you to give up your job after having the baby so that you can take care of it yourself? If you're required to work that badly, then maybe you shouldn't have had a kid in the first place, you moneyless lowlives.
Excuse me? Who did you just call poor and a lowlife?
I'm calling you and your husband that, you two low-life losers. That's why I was warning you before about this. I told you that marrying a factory worker like him would only lead to a future of nothing but hardships. Yet you never listened to a word I said and still married that dirty and moneyless factory worker anyway. And then you two idiots made a baby together. Now don't have any money to support it with, right?
You! Stop calling us lowlifes right now, Gavin! And you stop talking crap about my husband and his job right now. I've told you for a long time now to stop talking poorly about us, all right?
What? I'm not making fun of his job or anything. I'm just saying that he works a job where he has to get covered in filth all the time, sweating and smelling like a pig, just to come home with only some pocket change.
What did you say?
He's really such a shameful husband, isn't he? He's that old now, yet all he can do is work in a dirty factory. I'm sure he barely has any money in his savings, so compared to someone like myself, working for a major office here in town, he's nothing. And that's why you have to work as well in the relationship, because he doesn't bring in any meaningful amount of money. He really is such an embarrassment to men.
I'm not gonna listen to this anymore, you dickhead. Do you ever talk about my husband like that when you're the one being played again?
Hey. I'm the one that shouldn't have to listen to you, you cunt. Look, right now Jolene and I are victims that have been wrapped into my low-life sister and her husband's problems now. Perhaps it was all a lie about you never being able to find a kindergarten for the brat. You both just can't afford to send your kid there right now, and that's why you have to rely on Jolene and I.
Huh?
I mean, your husband is at a factory, right? If he was working an office job like myself right now, he'd have the money to pay for your brat to go to kindergarten, right? But you two moneyless losers don't even have the money for that.
Not only have you not been listening to anything I tell you, but now you're just going to start assuming we're people like that. I can't hold my tongue anymore.
That's how I'm feeling right now. If you can't even pay for a babysitter to take care of your little brat, then you shouldn't be having kids at all. This will only mean that in the future your kid's going to live a very terrible life with you both. I feel so bad for the little runt. Having to be raised in the slums with you two means he'll never amount to anything either in life.
Huh?
Alright? This is my last time telling you to take that brat home. It's totally screwed up of you having your sister-in-law and I take care of that kid for so dang long now. We're not going to be taking care of some poor couple's little brat any longer.
Are you aware that my child is a girl?
What?
So would you go freaking talk to your stupid wife about this already instead of belittling and blaming your sister and her husband? Right now, my husband and I have been doing all we can to take care of our cute little girl. We would never in our entire lives have someone like you who thinks it's okay to talk down to others like that. Take care of our very important little girl.
Wait a second. What? Your kid is a girl, is that so?
So you don't even remember the gender of your older sister's kid? You must be so exhausted from having to work as a paper pusher in that office all the time and have forgotten a lot of things. Well, thank God you were able to get the whole afternoon off today because of all that hard work, right? Then go and have yourself a well-deserved nap, and once you wake up, go and talk to your disgraceful wife. You ask that woman you happen to love so much where the hell that kid came from and whose it is.
So you're telling me that brat isn't yours after all?
That's what I've been saying this whole time, you dickhead. Now you two figure out that problem yourselves.
Caroline, things are not good here. That brat was never yours to begin with.
Well, it's about time someone caught up with everyone else in the class. So your loving wife Jolene has finally spilled the truth out for you, and now you're aware that the kid is her friend's?
Huh? Her friend's kid? So that's the lie she was giving you before?
Wait, that was a lie?
This isn't her friend's kid, Caroline. That kid she's been taking care of every day has been hers. She was the one that gave birth to it.
Huh? What do you mean she gave birth to it? Was she ever married before you?
No, she wasn't. She couldn't have been. Her and I only got married a little while back, and she said I'm her first. But what I've been told is that she had a baby in secret before she married me. Apparently that kid she's been taking in every day is the kid she had with her ex-boyfriend.
So that's her and her ex's kid?
Back when she had been engaged to me, something happened between her and him. Because of that, she became pregnant. By the time she realised she was pregnant, though, it was already too late for her to do anything about it. So her only choice was to hide all that from me and have the baby in secret.
You're kidding me.
Now that I really think about it, things were a bit weird before our wedding. Jolene told me that she was busy dieting and getting things done for the wedding, so we couldn't really meet often. So all of that was to cover up her being pregnant, and she did that all the way until she had her baby.
So that's really the baby she had with her ex. I know it sucks that she was cheating on you with your ex before you guys got married, but there's always a chance that that's your kid.
There's no way that's mine. I mean, that kid she has with her right now has brown hair and brown eyes.
What?
When I asked her about her ex, she told me he was from Mexico. She showed me a picture of him as well, and that kid looks just like him. Even their faces are perfectly alike.
No way.
Right after having the baby, her ex ended up forcing her to take the baby, but she kept begging him to take it since she was just about to get married and wouldn't have the ability to take care of the kid. He took the baby for a little bit, but soon after he started to bring it to our house all the time, telling her there was no way he could raise it on his own. That's why she's been having to take care of the kid during the day, while she has her ex take the kid home with him at night.
And to keep that all under wraps, she told me it was just her friend's baby. And to you, she kept saying it was your older sister's baby.
Caroline, what should I be doing here? Right now, Jolene is crying and begging me not to divorce her, and she wants us to take the kid for good. She said there is no reason to give her baby back to that ex of hers anymore. She wants the two of us to raise it.
Isn't that great, though? You happen to work for a major office, like you said, so you wouldn't be troubled by having to pay for one kid. It's just one little boy, right?
What are you talking about? I have no relation to that kid at all. And while engaged to me, Jolene was going back to have sex with her ex. You really think I can take care of that kid when it has her ex's DNA in it?
Then why not get a divorce? If you don't want the kid, that's your only other option.
Don't say something like that so easily. We only just got married half a year ago. I've gotten a lot of gifts and money from all of my friends and co-workers. If I divorce her now, and over a reason like that, I'm going to be embarrassed for myself forever.
Why is all that pride getting in your way right now? Well, it has nothing to do with me. So because of that, you can leave me out of your mess and settle it between the two of you. I'm going to get back to work.
Hey, hold on a second. Your little brother is in a lot of trouble right now. This is not the time for you to be getting back to work.
I really do feel bad for you, but to be honest, I don't want to care about your situation anymore.
What?
I'm tired of having to be involved in something I have nothing to do with. I tried so many times already to tell you that the kid was not mine. You never even bothered to listen to me. And what really soured things between you and I today is the fact that you started talking poorly about my husband and his job. Yet you have not once apologized for any of that yet, and that's why I really don't care about you anymore.
Yeah, that was...
Well, right now I don't want to hear your apologies. I'm not in the mood to forgive you. I understand completely now how my little brother thinks about his older sister and her husband. Now I need to get back to work here in order to take care of my moneyless, dirty factory worker husband. Please, Caroline, do you think you could please take care of my kid and keep him over at your house for a little while? What? If you can do that for me, you'll be able to raise both a boy and a girl. They happen to be close in the same age, so it'll be like raising twins. All right? So you'll take him, right? Wait. No way in hell. Who the hell wants your kid? Either you get my brother to calm down and take care of him with you, or you guys get that divorce and you handle him yourself. I don't like either of those options, and that's why I'm asking you to help. Please allow me to get your help with this as well. Excuse me? I do not want a divorce from Gavin. He works for a large company that makes such decent money, and he's allowed me to be his housewife even. You think that I'd want to be tossed out by a man like that? I was assuming that you were into your ex more than you were into Gavin, so why not go back to him? My ex is a bastard. He never actually bothers to get himself a real job and instead just bums around for money. And whenever I'm around him, he's always asking me for money. That's why I chose Gavin and got married to him. Then why were you cheating on Gavin with your ex? Had you been faithful to your fiancé at the time, then you never would have ended up with that kid. And that would mean you wouldn't have had to worry about a divorce from Gavin right now. I had no choice at the time, all right? His face is way too good for me to pass up. What a freaking joke. I didn't think a few more times sleeping with him would end up getting me pregnant. Maybe one time he did me raw and that's what got me pregnant? And once I had the baby, it didn't look anything like Gavin, so I told my ex to take it since it was his fault. But out of nowhere, after getting married, my ex came back telling me to take care of the kid as well for him. What the hell was he thinking? I'm kind of in shock right now, learning just how much of a horrible person you really are. By the way, the one who really should be to blame for this is all you, Caroline. You didn't do anything for me. I asked you not to say anything to Gavin about this, but you told him anyway. It's because of that he figured all of this stuff out about me and the kid and is wanting a divorce now. Hold it right there. You're gonna blame me for all of that now? I get that I might be to blame for a small portion of this, but you need to take most of the blame here. Your cute little sister-in-law was having a stressful time and just needed you to help her, and so all you had to do was freaking help my butt out. You were no help to me and couldn't even keep that secret away from Gavin for me. It's all because of you that Gavin and I might have to get a divorce. Hey! So you take responsibility for all of this and take the dang kid. If you take this dang brat off our hands right now, then everything will go back to normal for me. As long as this brat is out of the house, then Gavin will rethink wanting to have a divorce and I'll be okay. Shut the hell up, you freaking whore! Jolene, you cut it all without the BS right now! Shut up! I don't care what you think, so just take this freaking kid away. I'll give you whatever money you need for it, of course. I have a lot that I saved up from when I was single, so I can give you around $100,000 to take this brat away. You won't complain about that now, will you? $100,000? I knew something like money would get you to bite. Your husband being a low-life factory worker must be really tough on you, right? What? So there you go. The deal has been made. He's my cute little son, so make sure to take very good care of him for me. I'll be giving you the $100,000 as well now, so if anything, you should be thanking me for this. To a couple moneyless cave dwellers like you, all this money is a huge deal, right? Consider yourselves very lucky. I'm sure that's a lot of money to you, but to me, that's chump change. Huh? In other words, I'm not taking some measly $100,000 in your son. Actually, no matter how much you try to bribe me, I'm not taking him. What do you mean, measly $100,000? Chump change? This is more than your stupid husband can make in 2 years, right? You're the freaking moneyless losers here, so stop trying to make yourselves look good by saying no to this money. We make enough money in a year where we could drop $500,000 right now and not worry about it. Oh, what? I'm sorry, but those dirty factory workers you call poor make a lot of money. But just because they get a little dirty, everyone wants to make fun of them. My husband happens to be a very hard worker and will break a sweat no matter if it's 100 degrees in the factory or 0. Because of all of his hard work so far, we have around $12 million in our savings. Just last year, he made around $750,000 in that factory. It's far more than just some lowlife then, right? $750,000 just last year? What? He makes that kind of money in a single year? Well, he happens to work in a factory that manufactures elements for the military, and anytime they finish their contract ahead of schedule, they get some massive bonuses from the government. So for all of his and his colleagues' hard work, they make bank. And I mean bank. What? And did I forget to mention he runs his own department in that factory? That's another thing that goes into the money he's making. Also, you have to remember that I'm working as well now. This year, I was able to make around $400,000 with bonuses included. You're kidding! The two of you are making that much money every year? We are. So giving us $100,000 to take your son off of you? I don't think so. My husband and I don't need another child right now, or that little bit of cash you have to offer. Oh, wait a minute. What the hell is going on here? I mean, Gavin has always been making fun of you and your husband this whole time I've been together with him, calling you both lowlifes and calling you both poor. That's why I thought by giving you this $100,000, you guys would be able to take the kid. Well, I'm sorry to say we won't be taking your kid. So now that you're aware of my husband's and my current situation, you can go ahead and figure out your problems with Gavin. Of course, this also means you both need to stop coming to me with your problems. No way. What should I do? This was the only plan I had in mind. I'm no longer able to get in touch with my ex, so you're the only person I can ask to help. What? Is that so? Well, I don't really care. Stop getting me involved in your guys' problems, please. Do you understand? It's time you become a good little wife and took responsibility for the problems you've made. After taking some time to finally talk about what they were going to do, both Jolene and my brother decided on getting a divorce. Having just had to divorce his wife, who he'd only been with for half a year, after learning his wife had been cheating on him, as well as learning about how his sister and her husband both made way more than himself, Gavin went into complete shock. This toppled his enormous pride that was the size of Mount Everest and left him a husk of his former self. One could say that the life he lives now is much like that of a living dead man, and I'm sure that's the right term for him. And when it came to how things have gone for Jolene, she took her son and went back to her parents' house. However, due to the reason she gave for the divorce and the fact that she showed up on their doorstep with a baby they'd never seen before, both her parents freaked out on her. This then led to both her parents going out and searching for her failure of an ex-boyfriend, and when they found him, they forced him to marry their daughter so that they could both take care of the responsibility. As of now, those newlyweds are living at Jolene's parents' home, where two of them are both working part-time jobs in order to save up enough to move out. And while they do that, her parents take care of their grandkid. When that day comes that they do have the money to find their own place, there's no doubt in my mind that her parents will force them out instantly. Finally, when it comes to my husband and I, we've both been able to get back to our lives now that I'm no longer wrapped up in that disgraceful couple's life. This year is really looking good for the both of us in terms of work again, so we're expecting another $1 million by the time the year's over. And you know what? I think that means next year we're going to both take our daughter on a trip with some of that money. Somewhere exotic. Or maybe just Mouseland.
Thank you for watching till the end. If you felt good about this video, like the video. If you didn't like it, let me know why in the comments. Subscribe too. Your likes and subs lead to our motivation. We have so many videos on our channel as well, so go ahead and take a look. See you in the next video.
Hey there, Kayla. Look, this is kind of hard for me to say, so I'm just gonna come right out and say it. I would appreciate it if you didn't come to the wedding tomorrow. And let me clarify what I mean by that. You are not allowed to come to the wedding. In other words, do not come. That is a direct order from me, the bride. I don't understand, Sandra. Why are you banning me from my own brother's wedding? Because it's my wedding, not his. The bride is the star of the show, right? That means what I say goes, and I say you're not allowed. Okay, can you at least give me an explanation as to why, though? If you must know, it's because we're going to have a very special guest at the wedding tomorrow. You probably wouldn't even know who they were if I told you, but suffice to say, they're a really big deal. They're one of the most popular K-pop groups on the scene right now. Uh-huh. Well, that certainly is impressive, but I'm not getting the connection. What does that have to do with you banning me from the wedding? Connect the dots for me, Sandra. I just knew it would go this way. You welfare queens are all the same. If you had any real skills to provide to society, then you'd be putting them to use. But no, you're completely useless, so you just live your whole life on the taxpayer's dollar. Welfare queen? It's not like I want to ban you from my wedding, seeing as you're my fiancé's sister and all, but I don't think I could handle the embarrassment of having someone like you being at my wedding, especially not with such a world-famous band coming. Tickets for their concerts cost more than you make in a month. Maybe if you actually had a respectable career, I'd let you come, but the way things stand, you don't deserve to be in such elite company. Hold on, Sandra, why are you calling me a welfare queen? Because you are? I'm not getting any welfare. I probably pay more net taxes than most people in this country. Kayla, do you really think I'm that stupid? I know you quit your job. Tim told me. Looks like Tim didn't give you the whole story, though. Yes, you're right. I did quit my old job at the company I was working for. But the reason I did that was because I wanted to go into business for myself. I'm doing freelance work right now, and I'm doing quite well for myself, thank you very much. So I'm not any sort of welfare queen. Freelance work? Are you joking? Is that what you call it? Well, that's what it's called, so... I'll bet you think you're such hot stuff. I don't need this job. I'm gonna work for myself. You sound like a teenager running away from home. Sure, some people can be successful working for themselves, but you? Yeah, that's not gonna happen. I don't know what you want me to tell you, Sandra. I had a business plan that I'd been working on for quite some time. All the pieces finally fell into place, so I took the leap and quit my job. And like I said, it's going pretty well. I'm proof positive that people don't need to work for someone else to make a living. You're absolutely right, Kayla. You don't need to work. The government is more than willing to provide you with whatever you need. Again, I told you I'm not getting any welfare from the government. No charity, nothing. Do I need to show you my tax forms to get you to believe me? I doubt you even know how to file your taxes. I'm sure you've got your big dreams of being successful running your own business, but seriously, 99% of people who do what you do fail because you just don't have what it takes. And I have no reason at all to think you're any different. So you can sell your story to your other freelance buddies while you're waiting in line at the soup kitchen. I'm not buying. Seriously, Sandra, what is up with you? I'm trying to explain to you that you're under a major misunderstanding, but all you're doing is insulting me. I'm just telling it like it is. If you think the simple truth about what you do is an insult, that's pretty revealing, I'd say. Don't like it? Try actually standing on your own 2 feet for a change. Oh, wait, you can't. You couldn't even make it working for a company like a normal person. You're never gonna be able to make it on your own. Don't worry, though. This country's taxpayers will be forced to pay for your lazy lifestyle in any case. I have never met anyone like you before, Sandra. You have this insane narrative for yourself that the only way to make a respectable living is to have a dead-end 9-to-5 job. Which is bizarre because almost all the wealthiest people on the planet right now built their own companies from the ground up. And again, while I may not be making Elon Musk kinds of money, I am making more than enough to support myself. Oh, would you just give it up already? No one believes you, Kayla. This is just because you're jealous of your brother, isn't it? Unlike you, Tim is actually an elite businessman working for a respectable company. He's working his way up the corporate ladder one step at a time. You know, how normal people get ahead in life. He's not dumb enough to waste his time, money, and skills by trying to work for himself. Why are you so obsessed with corporations? And even if you did think that the path Tim took to success is the best one, why would you be so bitter and resentful towards me because I chose another path? I'm not bitter or resentful, really. I don't feel much of anything toward you at all. I just don't want you to do anything that would ruin my plan, that's all. Your plan? What plan? Ever since I was a little girl, I've had the same dream of a perfect marriage. My husband would be a kind, handsome man making tons of money working at a big company. His parents would be just as kind, and his mom would never give me any of the typical crap that women give their daughters-in-law. And I would live happily ever after with my husband providing for my every need. That's what I've always wanted to have, and I am not letting you get in my way. I can't help but notice that you've already had your dream come true. My brother is a kind and handsome man who makes a good salary at a good company. My parents are super kind, and my mom would never do any of the typical abusive stuff you see in soap operas. Isn't that everything you just said you wanted? Exactly. I'm just a few hours away from finally having my perfect marriage. And then you had to go and quit your job to be a frickin' freeloader for the rest of your life. You might have just ruined everything I've worked so hard for. What? There is no room in my perfect marriage for a sister-in-law who's an unemployed loser. Your brother and parents are perfect. I brag about them to my friends all the time. But what am I going to tell them when they find out about you, huh? How am I supposed to explain that? You could always, tell them the truth. Since I'm not unemployed, I'm not a loser, and I am not a welfare queen. Sure, working for yourself means you don't have a steady income from month to month, but I've consistently made more than I did at my old job every single month since going independent. Isn't that something you could brag about? My God, Kayla, no one believes you. You want me to lie and tell them you're a big success? If they found out you're really a loser, they'll never trust me again. Oh, and just for the record, when you inevitably go bankrupt and lose whatever crappy apartment you're living in right now, don't even think about begging Tim to support you. I will never let him give you a dime. I don't need any money from him. Even if my new gig doesn't work out as well as I planned, I'll have plenty of experience that I could use in the corporate world. All I'd need to do is update my resume and start looking for jobs again. And what happens when no one wants to hire you because your big business venture went down in flames? I doubt that will happen, but even if both my business and my job hunt don't work out well, I guess I'll have no choice but to make things work somehow. Yeah, so like I said, you're going to be a parasite on society, sucking up all the tax money that hardworking people like Tim pay to support you. I'm done talking to you. This is giving me a headache. Do not come to the wedding tomorrow. You got that? If possible, I'd prefer you skipped town and never came back. I don't even want my friends to know that you exist. And most importantly, I don't want that band to have to perform in front of a pathetic lowlife. Wow, Sandra, I guess you're really serious about keeping me away from your wedding. I am dead serious. You don't deserve to be in Tim's company, much less his family. Not only is he crazy successful in his career, he is such a big deal that he can afford to have one of the biggest bands in the world play at his wedding. He is the best thing in the world that's ever happened to me, but you are the worst thing that's ever happened to me. Tomorrow is the day my dream officially becomes a reality, and you are not going to be there to mess things up for me. Sandra, I have been looking forward to this wedding for months now. I love Tim. He's my older brother and we've always been close. Are you really going to stop me from going to my own brother's wedding? And over a misconception about my work situation? Let me put it all out there one more time. I am not a welfare queen. I'm not a loser. I am not a parasite on society. I work very hard and am doing very well for myself. I would never do anything to embarrass you or Tim at the wedding tomorrow. So please, Sandra, won't you reconsider? No, I am tired of having to tell you this. No means no. So, for the last time, you are not welcome at the wedding. I am the bride, and what I say goes. Are you really sure you want to do this? I'm not repeating myself anymore, Kayla. You say you love your brother? Well, if you really love him, then you'll shut your big fat mouth, do what I say, and stay the hell away from my wedding. Hey, what are you doing right now? Knowing you, you're probably just scrolling through your social media feeds right now, aren't you? So hurry up and get over to the chapel. You still have your invitation, don't you? I need you to come and entertain my wedding guests. Huh? What happened to our conversation from yesterday? I was under the impression you didn't want me at your wedding under any circumstances. Yeah, well, circumstances have changed. The worst possible thing just happened, and everyone is super down over here. The mood is awful, and I can't think of anything else to do, so you have to figure out some way to get everyone to cheer up. Slow down, Sandra. You lost me. Exactly what in the world is going on over there, and what do you want me to do about it? It's that stupid K-pop band that Tim booked to perform today. They just up and canceled on us. Can you believe that? I can't imagine what kind of money Tim must have had to shell out in order to get them to come. I don't know why I ever even liked them in the first place. Their music is so last week. There are way better K-pop bands on the scene right now. Oh, I see. So they pulled out at the last minute? Well, that's a bummer. I'll bet everyone was really looking forward to seeing the show. Right? Seriously, this sucks big time. Everything was going great until we got that news, and that's why I need you to come and lighten up the mood. How am I supposed to do that exactly? I don't know, you figure it out. Play the guitar or something. I don't know how to play the guitar. Yeah, and that's even better. It'll be hilarious to watch a loser like you fail at playing the guitar, just like you failed at starting your own business. Go and buy a used guitar and tacky outfit from a thrift shop and get down here as soon as possible. It's not like you have any work to be doing, so you can come and be a clown for me for an hour or so. Not that I'm gonna pay you or anything, just getting to see your precious brother's wedding should be reward enough, right? Isn't that what you wanted? Just who do you think you are, anyway? First, you spent an hour yesterday ridiculing me for my life and career decisions. And now you think that you can summon me to entertain you and your wedding guests like I'm some sort of court jester? I am not a clown, I'm not a performer, and I don't answer to you. Just shut up and get over here already. All the people here are paying the taxes that support your lifestyle, you know. The least you could do is come and tell your benefactors thank you. And remember, this is the only way I'm gonna let you see your brother get married. If you want to come to the wedding, you're gonna have to work for it. Sorry, but I'm busy at the moment. I can't work for you. I have a pre-existing commitment to a client of mine. And I'm very busy right now, so I'd appreciate it if you would leave me in peace. Huh? You know the K-pop band that canceled on you guys this morning? They called me up a little while ago and asked for help. They said they were bored and wanted to go and see the sights around town. So I'm on a chartered tour bus right now and trying to figure out which places can be privately booked in the next hour or so. Then once we get there, I'll have to translate between them and the people on site, so I have my work cut out for me today. Wait, what? Hold on. Did you just say that you're on a chartered bus with the band that was supposed to perform at our wedding today? And they called you? As in they actually know you? How is that even possible? Why would they call some nobody like you? Explain yourself. What the hell is going on? There's not much to explain. I'm just doing my job. Well, I guess we've been working together for so long that you could say we've become more like friends than just people who work together. What? I told you, you were under a lot of misconceptions. For example, you thought that Tim was the one who booked them? No, I was the one who invited them. That doesn't make sense. You invited them? How? They're one of the hottest K-pop groups. And you're just nobody. An unemployed loser. There is no way that you would have any kind of connections with a group like that. I was trying to tell you this throughout our entire conversation yesterday, but I am not unemployed. The company I used to work for was a travel agency aimed at upper-class Koreans. Most of the work we did was for businessmen, retirees, or just people looking to take a trip overseas. But every once in a while, we'd get requests from performers, actors, politicians, and so on. People who wanted to travel without every single person in the world knowing about it. That's how I came to be acquainted with these guys. Really? Yeah, and they liked my work so much that they started dropping hints about wanting to deal with me directly rather than going through the company. So I took those hints, resigned from my company, and ever since then I've been their exclusive travel agent. They've even introduced me to a bunch of other Korean bands. No way! Yes way, name a K-pop band, I've worked with them before. And our relationship isn't just professional, I'm on pretty friendly terms with all the members and staff personally as well. Then a while back they asked me about a brand new project they wanted help with, making a music video. Which brings me to why I was able to invite them to your wedding. They have a new song coming out that's about a wedding. For the music video, they thought it would be great to shoot the music video for the song in an actual wedding. I had told them that my brother was getting married soon and they thought it would be the perfect fit. We were all looking forward to it, but unfortunately, you went and banned me from coming. That's insane! Like, are you being for real? I thought that Tim was the one who got them to come. But it was really you? I can't believe it. You're really working with all the most famous K-pop bands? I'm sure you're shocked, but I'm just gonna move along with my story, okay? Even though you banned me from your wedding, the band still had everything ready to go for filming the video. But when I told them that they would have to go without me, they said if I wasn't gonna go, they weren't going either. After all, they were only doing this as a personal favor to me. So we're just going to have to find another couple willing to let a world-famous K-pop band film a music video at their wedding. And in the meantime, I'm taking them around to see the sights of the city. Wait, Kayla! Is there any way you could get them to change their minds? I'm really, really sorry that I told you not to come. I'll contact the venue staff right away and have them set out a seat for you, okay? So please, we would love for you to come to our wedding, along with all your friends in the band, of course. Our wedding is perfect for a music video. Tim pulled out all the stops when we were planning it. Everything is so gorgeous. Sorry, but that's not gonna happen. The guys are already in the mood for sightseeing. You know how artists can be, right? I love these guys, but they can be pretty obstinate at times. Once they set their minds on doing something, it is impossible to talk them out of it. No! So yeah, I'm afraid I won't be able to come and entertain your guests for you. Maybe you could try and play the guitar instead of me. Anyway, we both have a lot of work to do, so I'll go ahead and take my leave from this conversation now.
Kayla, are you there? I thought that you weren't coming today because you got sick or something. Now I hear that Sandra banned you from coming?
Well, yeah, that is what happened. But do you really have the time to talk about this with me right now? What happened to your wedding?
That can wait. I have much more important issues to sort out before it moves forward.
Yeah? Like what?
Sandra had been pretty down since this morning, which I totally understood. You got sick and couldn't make it, and then the band you invited to come along canceled on us. But then, just a few minutes ago, she started looking like she had seen a ghost or something. I was worried about her, so I went up to ask her if she was okay, and then she started screaming at me at the top of her lungs.
About what?
About you! We were in the middle of the reception, and all of a sudden she grabbed me by my shirt collar, and she was going on and on about how I should have told her more about your work. I mean, sure, maybe I hadn't told her much about you, but still, what the hell?
Uh-oh.
And all the other guests were just as confused as I was. I finally managed to get her to calm down, and then she told me everything. That she lied to me when she said you were sick, and that the truth was that she had told you not to come. Also, that she never would have done that if she had known that you were friends with the band.
Wow, she really told on herself, huh? But for real, she was literally grabbing you by the shirt collar? That's pretty nuts. I guess she realizes just how badly she screwed up.
Then it's true? She really was lying to me about why you weren't coming? It's still hard to believe she would lie to my face like that.
If it would help, I can send you screenshots of our text conversation. I already have them saved. I was shocked too when she suddenly banned me from coming the day before the wedding. Oh, and she also called me a welfare queen, if you can believe that. Well, believe it or not, I'll send you those screenshots too.
What? Sandra actually said that to you? What has gotten into her?
I don't know either, but it seems like she really doesn't understand freelance work. She thinks it's on the same level as being unemployed, apparently. She said that having an unemployed loser and parasite on society like me at the wedding would be humiliating.
Oh my God.
And that's not all. Just a little bit ago, she told me to come and entertain the guests for her.
What? She told you to come after banning you last night?
Ridiculous, right? But it's true. She told me that I should go and buy a guitar from a thrift store and play it in front of the wedding so everyone could laugh at me and lighten up the mood.
This cannot be happening. I don't even know what to say at this point. I'm literally speechless.
I'll send you all the screenshots of that, too. Trust me, I haven't even told you the half of it. She was really laying into me. Her ranting didn't really make a whole lot of sense, but the gist of it is, she has a dream of a perfect marriage with a perfect man and perfect in-laws, and I don't fit into her fantasy life. And yes, I have screenshots of that too.
Okay. I think I need to go and have a little talk with Sandra. And the wedding isn't on pause anymore, it's canceled.
Oh no, I'm sorry, Tim.
No, Kayla, you have nothing to apologize for. None of what happens next is your fault, so please don't worry about anything. I'll come by your place sometime soon to give you a proper apology in person for what happened yesterday and today.
You don't need to do that, but I know you'll come anyway. That's just the kind of guy you are.
You know me pretty well, huh?
I am your sister after all. Well, have fun talking to Sandra. I'll start sending you those screenshots now. Give me a second to find them all. What am I gonna do? The wedding was canceled. Oh, this sucks. Look at the bright side, Sandra. Since you guys hadn't actually gotten legally married, you won't have to go through the trouble of getting divorced. Isn't that great? Great? How is any of this great? I wanted to marry Tim. But thanks to you having some weirdo job, he's furious at me. I'm gonna apologize to him, so you need to help talk him into forgiving me. Don't you know anything about the man you were going to marry? I told you how obstinate these K-pop guys are, right? Well, they're nothing compared to Tim. That man is laser-focused like no one in the world. That's how he climbed up the corporate ladder in his company so quickly. What are you saying, Kayla? That I should just give up on Tim? Give up on my dream? Yep. Doesn't seem to me like you have any other choice. You will never be his wife now, and the sooner you accept that, the easier it'll be for you to move on. What am I gonna do? All your band member buddies are single, right? Could you introduce me to one of them? You have got to be kidding me. I'm serious. How else am I gonna get my dream marriage? Even if I wanted to, which I don't, I can't. They already left to go back to Korea. No! The plan was to go back home right after the wedding anyway. They're busy guys. Now I have to work this afternoon, so I'll leave you to sort out the ruins of your life. Good luck in your future endeavors, Sandra. I hope you find a new dream husband for yourself. Sandra and Tim officially broke off their engagement soon after that. Sandra did her best to make excuses for herself, trying to claim it was all one big misunderstanding. But once Tim showed her all the screenshots of our conversation, she ran out of excuses pretty quickly. She gave up on marrying Tim, but apparently she still had some fight left in her. She tried to sue the band for breach of contract. She wanted me to send a letter to the band in Korea saying that they caused her massive emotional suffering by canceling the wedding performance. The problem, though, she doesn't speak Korean. So who do you suppose she asked to translate it for her? Me! This is just between you and me, but I charged her double my usual rate. Obviously, she can't sue them, but she just doesn't know that. And as long as she's willing to pay me to translate her pointless, threatening letters for her, I don't see any reason to tell her.
Thank you for watching till the end. If you felt good about this video, like the video. If you didn't like it, let me know why in the comments. Subscribe too. Your likes and subs lead to our motivation. We have so many videos on our channel as well, so go ahead and take a look. See you in the next video.
Oh, Nina, hello there. It's your favorite future sister-in-law here. Thank you so much for the wonderful share that you put on today. I love the vegetables and rice you make because it tastes so delicious. Above all, it helps you stick to the household budget, right? Hello, Natalie. You're welcome, I guess, but I'm sorry, I don't quite get what you're getting at. Could you please clear this up for me and tell me what you actually want to say? What are you even on about? Did I do something? Didn't you realize that I made the rice and vegetables especially for you to feel welcome? You're my neighbor, and you're also my younger brother's fiancé, so I want us to get along. That's why I gave you that food. I didn't think I'd get a lot of money each month. What's all that supposed to mean? I am so confused right now. When you put it like that, it makes me sound like I'm begging you for food. Do you think I'm that desperate? To be honest, it comes off a little bit like that these days, Natalie. You drop by here without letting me know you're coming and ask for a share of my food. Then you won't leave until I give you something. To be honest, it's rather annoying, and sometimes it makes me anxious. You think that's annoying? What a horrible thing to say. It would be such a waste to throw all the leftover vegetables that you've got into the garden or in the trash. Don't you think I'm helping you by taking your food with me? That's why we aren't wasting food, and I'm helping you eat it all up. Wait, what? Why are you bringing this up, Natalie? Well, since you're living alone, you wouldn't be able to reduce the amount of food and other vegetables you cook without giving it to someone else, right? It's such a waste to not give the food to someone. So don't be like, why are you talking about this to me? If you continue to be so narrow-minded, you won't be able to marry anyone. I don't see what me being single has to do with me cooking. What are you getting at? But there are so many connections when it comes to the things you do. You should take this as an opportunity to look at yourself in the mirror and reconsider things. Otherwise, marriage for you will keep being put off until no one wants to be with you. Huh? Why are you jumping from one subject to the next? Why are you criticizing me so much? Well, people who are good at cooking and growing things in their garden are in high demand. A woman who's got a lot of those characteristics get married really early, right? However, you're still a miserable single lady, Nina. Once you reach the age of 35, women like you become so narrow-minded. I've only just recognized why you're still single just now. If I was really that narrow-minded, Natalie, you'd not receive any food from me, and I'd keep it to myself. The fact that I share vegetables and other dishes with you is a great thing. My heart's as big as the ocean, and I love giving to others. Maybe that's just something that you'll never understand about me, and that's fine, but don't criticize me all the time about it. Then why haven't you gotten married? There's no way a man would leave a woman to be single if they're such a good cook. I suppose no one has any interest in being with an old and wrinkly 35-year-old like you. I hope someone as kind as myself appears in front of you soon. It would be such a waste to leave you single while a wonderful man is wandering around looking for his perfect wife. I'll be coming over again next month to get my share of your food so it doesn't go to waste. It's the summertime, so I'm looking forward to being able to eat the watermelons and other fruits growing in your garden.
Hi there, Nina. I just wanted to send you a message saying I'm really sorry about what happened today. It seems like Natalie just decided it was her right to take your food from your house. I can't believe that she took such a large amount of vegetables and other dishes from you.
Yeah, I finally told her what I think about it today. I told it to her straight that it was such a nuisance of her to just be coming over without telling me. She just keeps coming over whenever she feels like it, but when it comes to her, she doesn't listen to anything I say at all. She told me that she was going to come by next month as well.
I've also told her many times that you've got to ask to go over instead of just dropping by. She's completely burdening you by going over there and just taking the food that you work so hard to make. I've told her over and over again to stop causing trouble for my sister, but I also get the same treatment that you do. She doesn't listen to me at all either.
I was told that it would be a waste since there are leftovers anyway and no one else will eat them. She claims that I'm living off my own poor leftovers.
She very much thinks she's doing the right thing, but she's just being pushy and wanting your food. I'm so sorry about what she said to you, Nina.
Even though I'm trying to take care of the people around me, she's still looking down on me like I'm filth. She was teasing me again today about my age and how I'm single. It's got nothing to do with her what my life's like.
What the heck? Why does she think she's got the right to question you or treat you in that way?
I've been hiding a few things from you, but lately her behavior has gotten really bad, so I needed to tell you. I'm sorry, but if you're seriously going to get married to a woman like her, I'll have to consider going out with someone so she'll get off my case. It's mentally tough to stick together for a long time, especially when your in-laws are treating you like crap.
Yeah, I guess there's not much choice in the matter. But I'll also be a little more cautious around Natalie, in case she steps out of line. The wedding ceremony's coming up, so maybe I'm just on a high about wanting to love her and marry her, so I don't see what she's really like.
If she didn't treat me like she does, she's actually a really nice and happy lady. For the time being, I'm just going to try and keep my distance from her, at least until she calms down a little bit. Hey, I'm trying to get in touch with you. Natalie, can you please answer me? Why have I been kicked out of the wedding venue? How is there no way for me to get inside? Please, hurry up and let me in, otherwise I'm going to miss everything. Oh, Nina, I'm just so sorry. I'd like people who are not suitable guests for the wedding celebration to refrain from attending the ceremony. I'm sorry that this decision has been made without your knowledge and it's such short notice, but you can go home now. So, can you please leave the venue? Are you seriously kidding me right now, Natalie? You're saying that I need to go home now? What do you mean that some guests aren't invited to attend? Don't you realize that I'm the groom's big sister? I have never heard of anyone's relative getting kicked out of a family wedding before. But Nina, aren't you still a miserable single person? It doesn't really go with what we wanted for the ceremony. Even if you're a relation to the groom, I want to avoid people like you. What's that even supposed to mean? Why are you using me being single as an excuse to kick me out of the ceremony? Because weddings are for celebrating the happy couple while also being surrounded by other happy couples. It's a place for husbands and wives to commit to each other and to express their eternal love for one another. And you wouldn't understand because you're single and choose to be alone. Don't you realize that this isn't the place for you to be? How dare you say that? Are you kidding me, Natalie? That's a terrible thing to say. I only just realized this today, okay? All the guests that were invited have wonderful partners or are married. Amongst all of those guests, you're the only one who's single. If you were staying around in a place like this trying to mingle, wouldn't you get super jealous? I'm just trying to do you a favor here. I'm saving your own skin from embarrassment. This is so unbelievable. I just don't fully understand your reasoning for doing this, Natalie. Did you really kick me out of the ceremony for this stupid reason? Hey, I'm being dead serious here. Only happy people should come to a wedding ceremony like this. In such a place, people who come and are single give off bad vibes. I don't want the only wedding I'll ever have be tainted by negative people and them moaning about being alone. Your wedding wouldn't even be tainted as I don't give off any negative vibes at all. That's not true at all. You give off such a miserable and negative aura. I can see it from miles away. Just having someone like you hanging around brings sadness and depression to everyone in the room. A woman who's still on the market is so out of place in a ceremony like this. Fine. Have it your way then, Natalie. I'll just go home. Ah, okay then. Just leave the congratulatory present behind so we can pick it up on our way out, okay? As always, you're so crude. I'll just leave the gift on the ground and go home as you wish for me to do. But if you ask me to come back later on, I won't do it. That makes no sense. What are you talking about? Why would I ask you something like that for anyway? In fact, I feel so relieved that the person who caused such a nuisance has disappeared. Now I can be happy and my wedding will be full of joy and love. Nina, I really need you to come back to the wedding venue right now. Oh, I can't believe this. My father's so angry. This isn't good. Oh, I wonder what's gone wrong. What's going on over there? For some reason, he suddenly noticed that you weren't here and he started making a huge fuss. So when I told him I said to her to go home, he got super angry. He started screaming and said that the wedding was to be canceled immediately. He told me to his own daughter that it's not worth marrying a woman like me if I'm going to do something like this. Oh my, that's actually crazy. He sounds extremely angry then. Your father's usually so calm about these things. What's gotten into him? What am I supposed to do? Why did my own father get so angry about kicking you out of the wedding? You know, he's got a point because I also don't know why you'd do that to me either. Maybe your brain is turned to mush because you were so excited that you found a way to only have happy couples at the wedding and then you'd be happy? What the heck is that supposed to mean? You think that doing something like this isn't normal? Well, any normal parent would get angry over something like this. You kicked me out of the venue for silly reasons. His own daughter kicked out the groom's older sister for such a stupid reason. I can see why he's angry with you. Apart from that, I feel totally in his debt now with him understanding how insane your actions have been. On top of that, I also hid how you've been treating me from our parents. If they found out what you really wanted, it would be an inconvenience to you. So you did this without saying anything to your parents. No wonder they're angry after they saw I wasn't at the venue. What? Now just hold on a minute. How do you know about what I was thinking? I ended up telling your parents everything you've done to me, that you've been forcibly taking the food I cook from my house. I heard you also brought the food over to your parents' house and told them that you were the one that cooked all that food. What are you even saying? I didn't lie to my parents. How do you even know all that? Before the wedding ceremony started, I went over to greet and have a little chat with your parents. At that time, we started talking about you. They told me that you'd recently gotten into home gardening and cooking, which made no sense to me. You told them that girls change a lot when they get married, but when I asked for more details, I ended up telling them it was me who made all that food. When I told them the truth, they started to panic a little, as you've never been the one to lie. You're the one making up lies! Did you just confess everything to them? I definitely thought that your parents were misunderstanding the whole situation. I never thought that you'd be actively lying to them. Tisk tisk, Natalie, you must never tell lies to your parents. But how could you sell me out like that? Then you go ahead and kick me out of your wedding just because I'm single. It's ridiculous. It's no wonder your parents are furious at you for lying and then kicking me out of the venue. I looked out for you and took care of you, but you just treated me like crap and looked down on me. All because I was single. On top of that, you told me to leave your gift behind and told me to go home. You care more about gifts than people, Natalie. I didn't really mean to. It was just a joke. Just please come back to the wedding venue so we can continue with the ceremony. And it will also appease my parents, so please come back here. Both of them are quite angry. I've never seen them this angry before, and I can't help but do anything to fix it. If things continue like this, the wedding might actually get canceled, no joke. I told you before, Natalie, I wasn't going to come back to the venue no matter what happened. You know that you agreed to that, right? Yes, but my wedding could actually get canceled because of something so silly. Well, that's your problem. I just plan to laze around at home now. I hope the wedding, which only happens usually once in a person's life, goes smoothly. Are you trying to ruin me or something? Nina, what happened yesterday? Why did you really not come back to help me out? This is all your fault that my wedding didn't go the way it was supposed to. After my father got angry at me for kicking you out of the wedding ceremony, he gave me no choice and canceled my wedding in front of everybody there. What happened to your wedding shouldn't be blamed on me. You were the one that lied about everything, and I just spoke the truth to your parents. Cut the crap, Nina. You were trying to sabotage everything for me because you're that kind of person. It's because you did so many unnecessary things to me. My mom and dad were worried about my marriage. That's why I sent them food and vegetables to make them feel less anxious about the whole thing. I was just showing my parents the love and respect that they needed. Then you go and ruin all that. But you don't use someone else's meals and vegetables to show that. It was my cooking you were giving them, not your own. What you were doing was wrong in the first place by taking what isn't yours and making it come off as your own. Oh my God, Nina, just shut up. You're such a miserable and single old hag. I don't want to be told this by the person who thinks I'm not respecting my parents. Are you kidding me? You're the one who's been lying to them, okay? Would you quit it with the stuff about me being miserable and single, please? Well, that's why you'll be single no matter how long it takes to find you a man. You always snitch on people. Don't get so carried away with your crap just because you're good at cooking and can grow vegetables. It's not much of an exciting thing. I was almost able to get married even without learning how to do that. If anyone is the worst daughter, it's you. You're a miserable, single, 35-year-old that can't hold down a man. You're such a stupid daughter for lying to your parents. How are you still saying so much nonsense about me? Because I can. What are you getting at?
It's because of you that we're here today, talking to each other, and you begging Nina to do something about what you've done. But you, oh no, you turn everything on me, even though you're the one who got angry yesterday. You still haven't reflected on what you did to make things happen the way they did. Then you decide to continue to make fun of Nina. I've had enough of your crap, Natalie.
Wait just a minute. Is that you, Dad? Why the heck are you using Nina's phone for?
I came over here to apologise to her in your place, since you're too stubborn to. Your mother and I came over to apologise for what our stupid little daughter did. How could you lie to us like this?
But, Dad, I was just trying to look like a good daughter.
Nina was so kind to actually accept our apology. She didn't have to do that, but she did. She then showed us her garden. When we told her that we had started a garden after we retired and that we had been unsuccessful, we thanked her for the advice she gave us on how to grow vegetables. Why would you treat someone as kind as Nina like you have? We taught you better than that.
I just can't believe that you're not taking your own daughter's side in this.
The vegetables you so brazenly took from her took a lot of time and effort to grow. I got it for free, and you didn't even pay her back for it. And you don't even thank her for it, you just took it as your own. On top of that, you constantly look down on her for being single. It's pathetic, Natalie.
This isn't what it looks like, Dad, I swear. That's just how we are, you see? It's the way we communicate.
What's that even supposed to mean, Natalie?
Even though we're sisters-in-law, we're sisters, right? You can say anything you want to a sister. That's why I don't thank her for many things. Even if you're a single person, it's just the way we communicate with each other. We just joke around.
You think this is how you should treat a sister? Are you kidding me, Natalie? You realise that your marriage is in jeopardy now because of how you treated Nina, right?
Huh? No way, really? But I hardly said anything that bad to her.
Beside us being here, Cole's here as well, to apologise to Nina for how you've acted.
Are you serious? Cole's there as well? Please don't involve him in this, Dad.
He also told me that he doesn't want to go through with the marriage anymore.
Are you kidding me? That's not fair. I didn't do anything.
You treated his sister like crap, Natalie. Think back on what you've done. You've been so rude. Think about how many people's feelings you've hurt. I'm not going to interfere with the couple's problems, but whatever the outcome is, it's your own fault. Even if you come to our house crying, I don't intend on letting you in.
Nina, what am I supposed to do? I can't get a hold of Cole. Where is he? He's not breaking up with me, right? Cole's still at my house. He's going to move out and live here for a while. That's why he came over to ask to stay at mine. What? He wants to live apart from me, but I really need to talk to him. Look, I don't know if Cole will break up with you or not, but he needs his space. But he put the marriage registration papers through the shredder, so I think you've got your answer. Are you kidding me? Why would he do that to me? I'm definitely not ready to break up with him. Why is this happening? I just wanted to begin my marriage with a happy wedding surrounded by happy couples, and you've gone and ruined it. I hardly said anything bad to you, and so what? I took some of your vegetables for my parents and myself. It's not like you needed them. That's not the point, Natalie. You'd come over without my permission and took what you pleased. I might be single, but I'm happy and you need to back off. Just help me get back Cole. I need him. He's all I've got now. Please tell him to come back home. Your problems are not mine to fix. You need to reflect on how rude you've been to me and your parents. You can do that thinking all on your own. Good luck with that. A short while later, a discussion was had in the presence of both families. Natalie apparently came by with a tearful apology and a 150-page essay on what she did wrong. She said she decided to stay away to reflect on what she did. During that time, Cole was living at my house. I've been doing a lot of business trips lately, so he's been very helpful with taking care of the vegetables in my garden. He told me that I always make the most delicious food, and he helped pay for the food costs. As for Natalie, she rented an apartment near her parents during the separation period. While helping her parents in their vegetable garden, she was bossed around by her strict parents. I don't know if she regrets what she did, but all the vegetables she sends us are fresh and delicious. I guess she wasn't such a bad gardener after all.
Thank you for watching till the end. If you felt good about this video, like the video. If you didn't like it, let me know why in the comments. Subscribe too. Your likes and subs lead to our motivation. We have so many videos on our channel as well, so go ahead and take a look. See you in the next video.
Kate, hear this! I just got a talk with my supervisor. I got a promotion.
Really? Congratulations, Connor. I know you've been working hard. I'm so happy for you.
You got a promotion last month too. That motivated me so much.
Oh wow. I'm really glad I was a good influence. But you were the one who made your dreams come true.
It's not over yet. I got a raise, so my salary got higher than yours.
Is that so? Congrats!
Don't be too upset about it. I know it must be vexing right now.
Upset? Do I have a reason to? It's such good news.
You lost me. When you got a promotion last month, you gloated about how you got a raise. This is my paycheck. How do you feel now?
I didn't mean to seem like I was gloating. I wanted to tell you first. That's how much I was happy. It wasn't from vanity.
It doesn't matter what you felt inside. I still felt betrayed. I was so ashamed and pissed. And I knew I'd get my revenge.
Sorry, I didn't know.
Apologies won't heal my wounds.
But
In the first place, it's wrong for a woman to be superior to a man. I'll make you pay for exceeding me. Just you wait.
hey, Connor, there's something that's been bugging me for a while.
What?
You've been buying more and more stuff from luxury designer brands.
Am I?
Yeah, you are. Like your new clothes and your watch. Just the other day, I saw you wearing Gucci socks.
It's no big deal. I have to look the part now I got a promotion to a higher position.
Does your company pay that well? I understand how you got a raise when you got promoted, but I don't remember your job being that lucrative.
It's my money. I can use it how I want.
As long as you put equal sum in our joint account every month, I have no complaints. Are you sure though?
I am sure. Stop being jealous of me because your salary can't afford luxury.
Am not. I'm not into that kind of stuff.
Stop lying. All girls love a high life. When I started to wear designer ties and watch, the girls in my company started to walk up to me more.
Is that so? People like different things. Some people like designer brands. I don't care for them. It's not like all of the girls are flocking over you.
Yeah, sure. They aren't coming to me because of their taste. It's because I'm too handsome for them.
Handsome? What? Are you a narcissist all of a sudden?
Anyway, I am steps ahead of you now, by looks and my possessions.
Are you still on about that? It's not a competition, Connor.
You're just jealous. If you want to outrun me, why don't you go buy some designer bags or something?
I told you already. I don't care for designer brands. I'm happy with the stuff that I already have.
Really? If that's the case, why don't you have more luxury items? Stop lying to yourself.
Why do you care so much about branding? Luxury brands doesn't necessarily mean you're rich. If you don't stop, I'll tell your mother.
What? You're gonna snitch to my mom?
That won't be good for you, huh? She always has been strict to you and good to me. If she hears about you trying to dominate me, who knows what she'll do?
You coward, don't bring my mom into this.
Losers, weepers. Your persistence will be the end of you.
Don't you dare think you've won this. I haven't lost. Understand?
Hey Connor, you did say you're going out today?
Huh? I told you yesterday I'm going to fish with a colleague. You're getting old quickly.
Is that colleague a man?
Yeah? What? You think I'm lying?
So you're out fishing with a male colleague of yours?
That's what I've been telling you. Don't make me repeat myself. I'm gonna lose a big one, so stop texting me.
Oh, pretty sure you already got that fish.
The hell?
Going out on a lunch date with a young pretty girl? Why did you lie to me? I didn't realize I was in a pond.
Wait, are you in the same place?
I was. Not anymore. I wasn't feeling great after seeing the two of you. I'm resting at the park after I took some photos for proof.
Why were you here? It's out of state.
I met up with a friend because I had spare time. We decided to come to this place for the occasion, saw the hype on the internet, and there we found you. What a coincidence to see your husband having an affair.
This isn't what it seems.
What? Are you going to gloat over how you can get girls now?
It's not my fault they're attracted to me. It's my duty to make them satisfied.
Don't be defiant. Do you not realize what you're doing? Aren't you sorry for her?
Why would I?
Have you forgotten you're married? What if she develops feelings for you? You know what'll happen then?
What?
The fuck? Are you really this thick? There's no future in falling in love with a married man. Stop feeding her empty promises. Or are you feeling something for her?
So what if I am? I'm gonna marry her after I divorce from you.
Are you serious?
Oh, hell yes. Unlike you, this girl's young and pretty, and she knows how to respect a man. Being with her makes me feel important.
You don't feel that with me.
You can do anything on your own. You can feed yourself. The only times you need me are when you want to use me as a ladder.
That may be so, but I'm not convinced. Are you sure you want this?
What do you mean?
Doesn't she work with you? How do you know she's not in it for the money? She approached you after you got your promotion, right?
She isn't like that.
How can you be so sure? You never know her true intentions.
I asked her when I thought the same thing, if she was only with me because she's after my money. She said no, and I believe her.
Easy for her to say. Who knows what she's thinking in her gut?
Are you doubting her now?
Of course I am. You're intent on marrying her. If that's the case, you're the one who will be in trouble.
Why me?
We're second cousins. If we get a divorce because of your affair, the rumors will spread like wildfire. You and your mother might lose your place.
Oh, that. No one will know if you keep your mouth shut.
The hell I am. I might not go around telling tales, but I sure am telling my parents the truth. Your mother will hear about it soon enough, and everybody else.
You really are dumb. If you don't tell anyone, no one will find out.
You're calling me dumb? If we're getting divorced, they'll ask us why, and I'm not keeping secrets.
You just have to change the story, like we weren't compatible or something. Then there'll be no problems.
The hell you are! I'm charging you both alimony.
What for?
You know exactly what. You had an affair. There's no hiding it once the divorce is settled.
The hell? You know I can't pay that!
Why not? You've been telling me this whole time that you're earning more than me. How could you afford designer brands with your high salary? You must be able to pay for alimony if you could pay for your freaking watch.
About that.
Or can't you? I thought you had the money.
I do.
Then it's settled. I looked it up. The average rate is about $25,000.
25,000?
Well, it depends on how long the marriage was and whether there's children. So, I guess it'll be less than that.
Oh, okay.
Not too fast. Pretty sure you'll pay over $7,000, so I'll be ready if I were you.
Fine.
And also, you can come by the house for now, but don't talk to me unless it's necessary.
How necessary?
Don't talk to me unless it has something to do with the divorce. Do your own laundry and cooking.
What the hell? You're my wife. That's your job.
We're getting a divorce. It's not my obligation anymore. I'm not your housekeeper. Or what? Are wives supposed to take care of their soon-to-be ex-husband after he had an affair?
No, but technically you could do it for me.
Hell no. Do your own chores. If you're not satisfied, then move out. I'm getting a lawyer to take you down. Goodbye.
Hey Kate, have you moved out yet?
Huh? Why the hell would I move out?
It's been a week since the divorce was finalized. Stop clinging on to what you don't own anymore.
Oh, but I own this house.
Huh?
You haven't forgotten, have you?
That's my house. It was my father's before me.
When we got married 2 years ago, looking for a house, your father offered to give the deed in my name. Don't you remember?
Your name on the deed?
Yeah. He thought it was better I own it because I was more reliable. You agreed to that.
What was I doing at the time?
On your phone or something. I don't know. You probably weren't listening closely to the conversation, but you were there and you agreed to it, so this is my freaking house.
No way.
You weren't intending on moving in with your lover? That's too bad. You need to find somewhere else to stay now.
Then give it to me. It's too big for you to take care of.
I thought so as well. So, I decided to sell it. I already have a buyer.
The hell? You're selling it when you could just give it to me?
Yep. I'm not your fairy godmother in this story.
No, you're the evil witch. You have been all these years.
Like I care what you say about me? Sorry to disappoint. With you debt-ridden and all, you must have been looking forward to living here. No way, Jose.
How do you know about that?
After I found out about the affair, I went to a private investigator to gather more proof. Turns out, you had more than one skeleton in your closet.
You employed a PI?
You've been throwing money at expensive stuff like a lunatic. Didn't think you'd be able to afford all of it.
The hell?
You were too eager to look down upon me. Got carried away when girls started to notice you, huh? The girl you're intending to marry, by the way, has a boyfriend.
A what?
And quite a few sugar daddies. Doctors, CEOs, you name it. Oh, add lawyer to the list. She's a dangerous one. Seems like she'll sleep with anybody with means. Like I care.
Stop lying! You're making all this up because you're jealous of my happily ever after.
This is my last kindness I'm giving you as your ex-wife. Warning you to be careful of that woman. How can you be so ignorant?
You're jealous of her youth and beauty. You can't trick me.
Oh, you really are delusional. And how you go on about her youth? I'm still 30 years old, only 4 years apart from your mistress. Stop treating me like I'm so much older. It's rude.
But you are older than her. That's a fact.
Yeah, it is. Never mind. Treat me like a grandma. I don't care. Go on and blindly worship her. You have a lot of competition. Good luck. Don't come crawling back to me when you're all alone.
What do you mean by that? I have her and my parents, grandparents who support me. I would never be alone.
Don't you get it? Everybody knows you cheated on me.
What? You snitched?
Not me.
No way. I was careful not to be seen. Then the calls I'm getting for the past hour.
Probably about your affair.
Frick. I was ignoring it, thinking it wasn't important. I'm on a date with her.
You should pick up. Ignoring won't solve the problem. Won't make anything better, though.
I'm too scared. Do something about it.
No way. I'm getting involved in your mess. Your father promised me that I'll get my alimony money from you. As long as that's fulfilled, then I have nothing to say. Have it your way.
Don't abandon me. We were so close when we were growing up.
And who ruined our kinship? There's not a single chance I'm helping you out.
No, please.
Pay up for your sins. Have a nice life. I blocked his number after that text, so I haven't heard from my ex-husband ever again. I got the alimony from both the mistress and my ex a few days after that. The girl wasn't careful enough to hide about it, and soon, her boyfriend found out, putting her in a pickle. She quit her job, while my ex works his ass off to pay off his debt. As for I, after selling the house, I moved out. Unlike my ex, who was shunned from the whole family, I still see them often. I intend on enjoying the single life for now.